What's up, guys? Kimus here from Meanwhile the Man Cave. We take a look at all things pop culture, games, toys, or anything we think is cool. And today, we are taking a look at the ultimate Professor Burke from London After Midnight by NECA. London After Midnight was a silent mystery horror thriller that was released in 1927 and starred Lon Chaney, Marceline Day, and Harry Walthall. The story centers around the apparent suicide of Roger Balfour, played by Claude King. But there is more to this apparent suicide than meets the eye, especially with the iconic fiendish man in a beaver hat and pointed teeth makes his appearance. Played by the man of 1,000 faces, Lon Chaney, this horror classic is one of the most sought-after movies in existence, since the only known surviving print was lost when it was burnt in the famous Vault No. 7 MGM fire in 1965. A reconstruction of the infamous film premiered on Halloween of 2002, made entirely of still photographs for Turner Classic Movies, and is the closest we can get to experiencing the original Lon Chaney classic. All right, let's take a look at this box. Cool movie poster on the front. Picture of the action figure on the side. Some various poses of the action figure on the back. And another one on the side. And this is, like it is with all these NECA figures, window box packaging. Got a picture of Professor Burke over here, and a brief preview of what we're going to get in this box. So, let's stop wasting time on this box and bust the Professor out. All right, quick preview of what we're going to get in this box. We got 3 extra hands outside of what's on the character itself. A replacement collar with part of his outfit. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but we'll have to see. We've got a lantern and 2 extra heads. So let's check out the next layer. The next layer contains the bat-like wings that we use on the Professor for certain poses. So let's take a closer look. All right. Starting off, looking at a couple of the hands. Got a semi-gripping hand here. Looks really nice. And almost a reaching out hand. It's kind of nice as well. They both have an angling post on here, as you can see. And one more hand. This is the pointing one. Done well enough. And the lantern. Iconic in a lot of the pictures you see him holding this lantern. Would have been nice if they made this so it lit up like NECA did with E.T., but hey, it's still pretty cool. And the extra collar with upper half of his cloak here. There aren't any wires or anything in this. I'm not sure how this is going to come into play on the figure itself, but we'll see once we get him into some poses. And one of the extra heads here, modeled really nice. Now both these heads are going to be very similar. Looks like almost like he has the same look on his face, but the eyes are a lot wider, as you can see right here. That's the main difference with these 2 heads here that I'm noticing anyway. This is kind of the more iconic bug-eyed look, but done really nice, I feel. All right, here are the wings. They're rubbery material, very flexible. You'll have to take the head off, put this around that, and replace the head. Same thing with the hands here. And that will put the wings in place on the figure. And here he is, Professor Burke himself. Look at that face. That is really wicked. The beaver hat looks awesome. But those eyes are crazy. Now, I do wish they'd done a black and white version of this as well. Kind of crazy to me that they didn't. But it's the same with the other Lon Chaney figure that we have of Phantom of the Opera. They didn't do a black and white version of that as well, which is kind of weird that they didn't do that. Although they didn't do it with Invisible Man either, but just kind of an odd choice. All these Universal monsters seem to have black and white versions, but these two do not. But this figure does look really great. The cloak looks awesome. The jacket, hands, everything looks really cool so far. This is a removable hat as well, as you can see. And it fits on really nice. Okay, we removed this hat so we can do some of this articulation. Let's take off the top part of his jacket. So, starting off with the head. Obviously, you've got your left and right motion. And you can angle that head as well as tilt it forward a decent amount and back an okay amount. The hair kind of blocks some of the motion, but no big deal to me. Lateral movement at the shoulders as well as forward and back. You've got your elbow joint, which also swivels. And his hand has the hinge that allows you to angle it as well as turn. Underneath all this jacket and everything, there is a waist joint. It's hard to get at, but it does let you move his waist. There is a bit of a crunch there. Not a lot, just because of the fact is the jacket's not going to allow for that. Leg-wise, you got a little bit of lateral movement. Again, the jacket's going to restrict some of that. Forward kick. A little bit back. You've got your knee joint. And that leg also pivots at the knee. And you get your foot movement. A little bit forward and back. A little bit forward and back. Not a whole lot. And you can turn that foot for using it as a plant foot. All that motion should be the same on the other side. So let's get Professor Burke into some poses, and I'm going to let you know what I think. And here's Professor Burke into some poses. Wow, that's all I got to say. When I was posing this figure, I just loved it more and more. I love the look on this face. The face sculpt on this figure is really, really nice. It looks great when you have him out of the box. These pictures just don't even do him justice. The more I posed him, the more I almost think that this might be my favorite NECA monster figure so far. Just because it's just got such an iconic look. The expressions are fantastic. The outfit works really nice. And as you can see on here, this is the standard coat on here. They give you the flexible coat so you can actually put these wings on, or if you want to have those shoulders out of the lateral motion. You just can't do that with the standard rubberized part of his jacket on. That's why they give you that flexible collar and flexible fabric jacket, so you can do stuff like this. It's really cool. The accessories are great. I probably won't have this face on him too much on here. I like the more bug-eyed look. This right here, this is the bread and butter of this figure. He looks awesome. The only thing I would have changed, I would have added the light up feature to the lantern. Other than that, this figure's awesome. So I gotta tell you, if you have a chance to pick this figure up, you're crazy not to if you're a fan of horror movies. This is just a classic look. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank my returning viewers. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your week every week to check us out. It's awesome. And to all my new viewers, hey, if you can, please give us a like and subscribe if you like what we do on here. And if you can, come back every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a brand new episode of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. I'll talk to you guys later.